Hi everyone, welcome to Tarot Map. I'm Kasia, welcome to my channel. If you have been following me, you know that I have just returned from USA, and I'm one of those untypical people who has never been to States before, but I have been doing my work. I'm an astrologer and a tarot reader, mostly with American clients. So somehow it felt like a little bit like going home, and the feeling was a little bit like that, even though I've never set my foot on North American continent before. I have a lot of friends there, a lot of clients. I got to know this culture a little bit at least. And I thought I'm just going to catch up and share with you mostly what tarot decks I kind of received or purchased or got as gifts in America, just because this is our channel, right? Tarot related. But as you know, I love mixing tarot with astrology. I love mixing tarot with flower essences, with essential oils, etc. So I have a couple of different things that I want to share with you, what I brought back from America to Poland. So the trip started in New York. I went to the exhibition called The Sacred Condition of Being by Kasia Muzyka. She is one of my besties in life, and she has kindly invited me over. So her exhibition was in Chelsea, in Manhattan. We stayed in Manhattan in the Standard Hotel. It was amazing to be in New York. I actually, as much as I'm a village and country girl right now, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but I did enjoy the week in New York. By the end of it, I was kind of tired of the city. You know, New York is intense as much as it is amazing, but it was incredible to, just see all the landmarks and hang out with artists and artistic people. And I got like a little bit different introduction to the city, not so much as a tourist, but just hanging out with people who run galleries and people who do work with artists. So it was very interesting. The opening of my friend's exhibition was really great. It was a great turnout, a lot of people. We had a lot of fun, and it was just a great success. So I was very happy for her as well. And then we flew to Minneapolis, where my friend lives, and we hang out in Minneapolis for maybe around a week. So I walked around the lakes. I went to visit the Zen meditation center that they have there. I went just for a practice in the evening, and then we went up north. Now I'm laughing because going up north seems to be just a regular thing, but I remember in the beginning I was like, but where up north? What does it mean up north? Give me a place or something, because everybody in Minnesota just says they're going up north. And up north, it's amazing. As much as by the end of second week, I was kind of missing my dog and my husband and my country and my plants. I just planted my garden before I left, so I didn't see them grow. As I said, country girl, sold. But, we went up north, and I was a bit like, wow, up north is amazing, was deep in nature, felt probably a bit more like Canada maybe, a lot of waterfalls, a lot of rivers, and it was just incredible. So I'm going to hopefully intersect some of this talking with some imagery from my trip, so you don't get too bored. But up north, if you've never been up northern Minnesota, we went to Totem around Lake Superior, which, oh my God, Superior it is. It's so huge. It feels like the sea. It had waves and felt like ebbs and flows. Maybe not really, but it was humongous, and just nature there. It's incredible. It's not so overcrowded with people. It's actually really beautiful. We did a lot of hiking, which was fun, with my friend Kasia, because she also is into tarot or alchemy, just esoteric in general. We've done so much inner work, so many spreads, so much chatting. I came back a bit like I've got to integrate a lot, So while I was in New York, I caught up with two of my clients, which was amazing to meet people in person. Kathy, the beautiful Kathy, when I caught up with her, she gifted me this Totem flower essence deck, which I've never heard about before. And this is by Rachel White. And Kathy said, go and check out Rachel's work because you might enjoy it. So I'm just going to show you a couple of images from this deck. You know how much I love flower essences. I also have my own flower essences and astrology class that you can purchase. And I love the artwork in this deck. There's the moodiness to the colors. It's not like, you know, this usual bright, crazy colors, but it's so lovely. It feels very soulful and peaceful. So I was very excited about this deck. What's interesting, I went on Rachel's Instagram account, according to Kathy's, you know, go and do it. So I went and did it, and I followed Rachel, and a couple of minutes later, I got a message from Rachel asking me if I would be open to reviewing her two decks, her flower essence deck and her tarot deck, Totem tarot deck. And I thought, like, I wrote her back. I said, like, oh, how weird. I said, like, hi, Rachel, you know, I just found out about you from a friend of mine, Kathy, and she has gifted me your flower essence deck, actually, but I would love to review your tarot deck. I looked at her tarot deck and it was very, like, strange looking. Not your usual tarot deck, which, you know, I have a lot of usual tarot decks, so yes, please give me unusual anytime. And I was just, you know, looking at her deck, and I said, listen, I'd love to review your tarot deck, and maybe instead of oracle deck, because I already have it, please send me a flower essence, you know, to test, because I've seen that she also creates her own flower essences. I listened to a couple of podcasts with Rachel, and I really dig her energy. She's like, you know, fierce lover there, and no BS with Rachel. So I'm going to invite her for Inspired, I love this chariot. I'm going to invite her for Inspired Tarot Map interview. We're going to meet up and chat, because I would love you to also get to know about her work and what she's doing and how she, you know, views tarot and flower essences. So these are two decks by Rachel, the Flower Oracle and Tarot deck. And she sent me not one, not two, not three, 4 flower essences to test, which I was, you know, totally not expecting. So we have the wood snake, which is for this particular year, because it's this wooden snake year in Chinese medicine. Can you see this? I've got to zoom out now to read this. And this is a blend of olive tree, nasturtium, fig tree flower essence for the year of the wood snake. So they're quite large, and I think what like, I will ask Rachel, but I think from what I understood, she puts like not just flowers, but like the whole plant matter into her essences. I think I will check her out. And then she sent me this very interesting essence, Black Mirror, which I had quite a lovely. I don't know exactly if it was just the essence, because I was doing also some THC drinks, and just the dreams that I had in the US were quite out there. A lot of father healing. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that now. Black iris flower essence to enhance psychic abilities, particularly the ability to see beyond the veil and into the future. So that was the Black Mirror essence. And then she sent me the fairy dust essence from pansy flower, which invites in the magic of fairies. And then she sent me another essence, which is the daydream essence, and this is the peony poppy, and stimulates daydreaming and adventures of imagination. So I'm going to be testing those out. These are quite large, actually. I think they're like 30 mils, these essences. So they made from plant material, 20% grain alcohol and 80% filtered water. So this is by Totem Essences, so I'm going to check those out. But this all happened because Kathy gifted me the deck, and how incredible that then Rachel reaches out, and now I'm like totally like so interested in, you know, her perspective and how she does her work. So I'm going to invite her over. And then also, when I was still in Poland, I approached Alison from the Color Vision Oracle if she would be open to sending me her deck for a review to the US, because I was coming to the US, which she did. And oh guys, I love this deck so much. So again, if you have been following me, you know that I recently got like crazy a little bit about color. I'm going to do a full review of all these decks soon, but so we have this deck kind of separated into piles. One is just like the colors, so we have all these different colors that are, oh, that's the other pile. So there's different colors, just plain colors, green, etc., etc., etc. So usually I pull one card from this pile, and then the other pile is also really interesting. It's like mixture of colors, and this is more like an oracle deck. This one doesn't have any keywords, it just has the name of the color, and here you get keywords, like for example there's grief, suppression, isolation, trauma, star-crossed, addiction, anger, conduit, awakening, genesis, quest, depletion, healing, power, growth. So you know, there's a lot of, it's a great oracle for shadow work, a great oracle for healing, great oracle for rechecking with yourself, you know, where you are at the moment. It's not one of those that's just sweet and pretty oracles. It's very abstract because it's just mix of colors, but also to, yeah, kind of stimulate your interpretation. You get the keyword, you get the astrology, which I love, that there is like zodiac signs, planets, asteroids, very, very cool. And you got elements, you get like another color that helps with this particular issue, and you got those little symbols, and each one is different. And Alison also wrote a booklet, companion book to this deck. Oh, I was reading it, so I don't have it on me, I'm sorry, but it's amazing. Oh, I do have it. It's amazing because this booklet actually gives you so much information, so much, it kind of feels like a zine a little bit. Alison does amazing work. She is coming for a chat for sure as well, so we are going to like pick her brains. But there's so much information about colors, there's spreads, so each of these oracle kind of pile cards gets a lot of information on like summary, keywords, symbolic connections, planetary and celestial connections, embodied connections, color prescription, and prompts. So you get a lot of information. And then for the colors you get just so much info. I think Alison just put in as much as she could. There is guided by spirit, which is kind of like a very practical, applicable advice or pointers that you can do while using a certain or working with a certain color. There is earthly connections, there's so much chakra or like chakra descriptions. There's this like yin pile, which has, you know, where excessive color, what's going on when you lack this color, foods you can eat, earth energies, movement, astrology, chakra, what's lavender personality or lavender negative personality. And there's also keywords that you can use just if you want just the short thing. There's a huge description of the color itself from both shadow and light perspectives. It's quite incredible. Again, I spoke to one of my friends, Jo, and she's like, but what do you like about this oracle? And I'm like, everything. I like everything, but you have to be into color. So I purchased from Alison one of the essences that she makes, the color essences. This is the orange, because she sent me this orange postcard and I just go like, okay, maybe that's a sign, let's get orange. And then she sent me also as a gift a couple of her essences. So she sent me lavender, which which is a purple one. And she also sent me, it was in this bottle, but it was a bit leaky for the plane, so I put it in another bottle. But she sent me this shungite kind of essence mist. And I love her essences because what in them, like for example, there is this bottle contains, there is polarized orange color essence, there is ginger water, in distilled grain alcohol, orange calcite essence, and various essential oils. They smell so nice. Cymatic structured water of 417 hertz, and then there is a different hertz frequency for different colors, and orange is for sacral chakra aura spray, and lavender is for soma chakra spray. So that's how they look. And there's also a description of what the color could possibly do for you. And there's these art like meditation, so you would meditate on the color and like just let yourself be drawn in. And then what's interesting about it is that at some point way earlier, let's say a year and a half ago, or maybe beginning of this year, I can't remember, but my friend Kasia, whom I went to visit in the States, gifted me this Aura Soma bottle, which is orange and lavender. I didn't connect the dots until I came home and like pulled the bottle. So the bottle is for magician return. You know that Aura Soma has two archetypes of major arcana, like one is outward and one is return, when you actually integrate what you've learned. So this is the integrated version of the magician, and it has the orange and purple in the bottom in the bottle. So it's this bottle, right? And then I got orange, and Alison felt like I need also purple, so it's exactly the same kind of colors that's coming through. And then I have these two artworks to work with, and also from the, what is this deck? The Farbender Angle, I have the card of this bottle, but like artistically created and made, right? So working with orange and purple seems to be something that I think will be also helping me with some of the stuff that came up for me in the States, including my father and all these things that I'm not going to talk about it right now. So this Color Vision Oracle is amazing. I love it. I love how everything just started kind of falling into place slowly, even though I still don't have concrete answers, but it's just an interesting one. So that's kind of like review decks and a gift from Kathy. And then I caught up with a friend of mine and client, long-term client, because I think Gabi was with me like since probably beginning of Tarot Map, so maybe 2016. Like we've nearly known each other for 10 years or something. So she has gifted me, she came with this whole like bag of gifts. So there was this Fifth Spirit Tarot, and she also gifted me Auntie's Case deck, but I left it in the States. I don't know, I didn't connect. Plus it was quite heavy and my friend didn't mind it, so I think I just left it for her. But the Fifth Spirit I enjoyed, so she gifted me 3 decks. And then there was this amazing deck, a totally unusual version of majors only. It's called the Summer Isle Arcana. Apparently it's based on a movie which I don't think I watched. But these are the bags, pretty cool, and they're beautiful. They're huge as well. They're like my face, and they're black and white. And Gabi said she got them on Kickstarter, I think, and she had 2 sets, so she just gifted me one, which I love because these are amazing. With Gabi, we went to the Central Park. We visited the Cleopatra obelisk, which I don't think it's Cleopatra, but nevertheless, the energy of this obelisk was amazing. It's just on the site of Met Museum. And we just hang out in nature. We cruised through Central Park. We went to get some food. It was really lovely. We chatted about stellar nations, which it's interesting because Gabi was, I think, one of not many people that I talked so openly about stellar nations, and I really felt like this is something that's going to be very helpful for her. And it turns out it is, which, you know, the intuition never lies. So let me know what you think about these majors. Aren't they amazing? And do you guys know this movie? I need to figure out what movie exactly it was. Was it called Summer Isle? I need to look at this devil. It's pretty cool. So in any way, it's just beautiful. I love the deck. It's so gorgeous. And yeah, the Hangman, it's kind of crazy, you know. Probably if you know the movie, it makes more sense why the choice of art and all these people. But yeah, I'm going to figure it out. But I do love them. And this was such a great gift. And then Gabi also came, of course, with like this really sweet organic rose oil, which smells lovely, like proper, you know, not not fixed up rose oil. And she gifted me still, because she was gathering this gift for me for years. And this was this, you know, the obsidian Mary, also the rainbow obsidian Mary, which is so sweet. Thank you so much. So some other decks, without making this video way too long, some other decks that then my friend Kasia, also she loves tarot and oracles, and she was like giving away some of these decks. She didn't, you know, want them anymore. So I got the Enchanted Forest Tarot, which I always wanted to check out. It's cute. What can I say? You know, it's kind of fairy tale like. So probably if you live in nature like me, you can use it daily and feel it's okay. Could be your world. But other than that, I think it's just a great deck for story writing, storytelling, imagination opening, working with intuition, etc., working with you know, spirit, nature, spirit folks, and just cute. It's mass produced. It's called Enchanted Forest. Probably most of you know it. Then I also picked the Caroline Myss Wisdom for Healing cards. I just love Caroline Myss. When I was younger and living in Australia, I was listening to her talks and lectures and books so much. I think she was a part of my like healers archetype revolution. She has these talks on essential knowledge for healers or something like this, and it's so good. If you never heard it, I think you should. It's ageless wisdom. So let's pick one card for us, okay, from Caroline. So the artwork is the same. Who made the artwork? The artwork is the same, Janice Fried illustrations, but the artwork is the same as in her archetypes cards. And see God in all things is the message for today. And then in the back it says today's lesson, and it says put yourself in slow motion and observe everything and everyone through the lens of this is sacred and it speaks to me. How does that change your environment? Your goal: to learn the spiritual practice of seeing God in all things. So they just like little inspirational quotes, but also can be used with chakras because of the colors, tops of the colors. So I thought, you know, since I'm into the colors so much recently, I'm going to get it. The one deck that I purchased, I went to the half price books, which were not far away from my friend's house, and I got this illustrated herbiary oracle deck. The artwork is not my favorite, to be honest. I'm not a fan anymore of these very I don't even know what this style is. It's sweet, you know, but I'm just not a fan. Like, it's a bit too childish for me right now, how I feel in this time of my life. But I still kind of liked it, and you know, it's a planned deck, so never enough planned decks. Right? So this is by Mata Toll and illustrated by Kate O'Hara. I think it's very, you know, well loved and famous deck, so it's not anything new that you haven't seen. It was $10, so I thought, you know, let's get it. And then the next one, I have only two more. The Heart Path Oracle cards. This is from my friend Kasia as well. It's by Nadine Gordon Taylor. I've never heard about this deck. It comes with this quite extensive little white book, and these are the backs of the cards. Just show you a few. It has some it's like spirit animals, but also a lot of different kind of interesting takes on things, and I loved it because it has blue rose coming on in quite a few cards. And blue rose, after the Mysteries of the Red Madonna with Hetien, is one of those, you know, symbols that I'm investigating, but more psychically. There is not much information on it, or if there is, you know, I'm kind of wary of different info I find on internet right now. Oh, this was the card that I pulled, and it made so much sense to me with the planets and with the plane and with the blue rose. And the keyword says journey to the miraculous, new opportunities await you. So this is how this deck comes through. Like, it has like a little phrase, slow and steady, standing at the threshold of something new. Communion, protective frequencies, for example, connection, take deep breaths. Let me know if you want me to review this deck for you, and I will show you all the cards and let you know what I think about it. But this was another deck that my friend has gifted me. She had another deck that I really wanted, but she didn't want to get rid of it. Not yet. It was something called like dream cards or something, and it was quite incredible for, again, intuitive work. But yeah, it was really cool. And then before I went to States, my friend Eva has gifted me Zillich tarot, which I never had before, or Zillich. I love this deck. Oh my god, this has like really become one of my go-to decks right now. I love the booklet, that it has a little bit different takes on the cards. I love the descriptions, and it's a perfect deck for color work. So pretty. The artwork is gorgeous, and what I love, Eva has edged it, and she also wrote everywhere astrological associations, which, you know, thanks, Eva. I love it. And because it's from Eva as well, and I just love this. So perfect. And then the last thing that I got from my friend as a goodbye gift was this really sweet vintage kind of chain and this locket that, you know, can host... come on, open up. She wanted to put our picture in, but we didn't manage to do that. But I can put, you know, our pictures, my dogs and my husband picture anyway. Like, it's pretty sweet. So it just like goes, like it hangs a little bit lower, but not very low. It's like around the heart chakra, which is really cute. And the chain is really beautiful. So I got spoiled, and I've seen a lot of interesting things. I actually really enjoyed US. I felt quite at home, quite at ease. I thought everybody was really kind of friendly. People were out to like help you. I went back to France on the plane, and I felt like, oh my God, French people are so rude compared to Americans. And somehow it bothered me. I'm like, even though in the beginning I was kind of laughing, you know, the American friendly, how we often laugh. That like it's just too polite in some way, But to be honest, like being around it for 3 weeks and then coming back to Europe, and maybe specifically to France, I don't know, but probably Poland would feel exactly the same, to be honest. It just, it hits you with this, like, everybody's so like, just don't bother me too much. So yeah, it was kind of quite a few interesting things to mull over for me. And right now, as I said, just like color work, and excited to be catching up with two of those ladies, with Alison from the Color Vision Oracle and with Rachel of Totem decks and flower essences. I think that's going to be interesting interviews, and these ladies are doing great work, so I can't wait to like pick their brains. Anyway, how have you been? What's been going on? I hope you guys are holding up. Uranus is changing signs on Tuesday. You can still sign up for my Uranus 2-hour Uranus workshop. I'm running it on Tuesday as well. So please join us. The registration is open till end of Sunday. It's 2 hours, and we will be playing with tarot and astrology. Usually we just check, archetypes in tarot decks, the sign Uranus is moving into. We learn about Uranus in general. We learn about Uranus specifically for your own personal charts. What does it mean? How we can look at this transit. We look at the history. We kind of suspect what could possibly come out of it this time. We don't have to repeat history, right? And Uranian history, we don't want to repeat it, because usually when we look back 84 years back, when Uranus was in Gemini for the last time, was the Second World War. 84 years from that, my fingers, I'm back in my garden. 84 years before that was American War. So there's a lot of kind of upheaval that's kind of associated with Uranian energy, but especially in Gemini, like watching our language, watching what we think, how easily influenced we are by the news, what news we choose to watch, what news we choose to, put out of our mouths. This will become very important in creating like different upgraded version of this transit, so we don't go into the regular, even though the world pulls us there, but we still have power to shift that energy. So yeah, if you would like to join this workshop, I will link the link below. You can sign up. Anything else I would like to share? Well, since I'm back at home, you are more than welcome to book readings, book astrology sessions, book flower essence sessions. I'm thinking of creating maybe something with essential oils as well, because I just love the scent. I love this idea when you have the essence and the smell together. It's so good. But yeah, it's a bit different when you can take flower essence, and different when you maybe just spray it. I will check, open to tests. Okay, that's it. Welcome back. I hope, I will have now more energy. Oh, there's one more deck that I forgot about. Also an old and mass-produced deck, the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. That's by Tori Hartman. And of course, I took it from my friend just because of the color associations and chakras. So just throw it in because I forgot to mention it. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll be reporting back. Thank you for sticking out. If you're still here, applause. And I'm happy to be back home, reunited with my dog, with my husband, with my family and friends. And I will speak to you soon. Bye.